Good afternoon and welcome to ePortfolio Tip of the Week. This week I'm going to answer your burning questions about the ePortfolio. I'm Tammy Fraley and I'm the Director of Academic Enrichment Programs at South Piedmont Community College. Is the ePortfolio required? Yes, it is required for students in degree programs. If you started taking classes at South Piedmont in 2014 or later and graduate in May 2016 or later, you are required to complete an ePortfolio. However, your ePortfolio does not have to be stellar or award-winning to meet the minimum requirements for completion. Although I will admit you will benefit by taking pride in your ePortfolio and creating a quality website, to graduate you need only meet the minimum requirements, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. Will the ePortfolio result in more work for students? It will require a little more work, but the benefit is all yours because you're going to have a learning history that you can share with college admissions teams, scholarship teams, employers, and other people, who need to know what your work is like. Most of the ePortfolio content is from assignments that you've already completed. You will have to add short reflective writings for context and to provide inside information on your learning, but this is just to provide transitions and context to your ePortfolio. A tip that I can give you is if you work on your ePortfolio from time to time as you complete your program of study, the workload will be lighter, it will not be so great, and also the quality will be better because you're reflecting as you do things. When you first create your ePortfolio, it will probably take you about 15 minutes or so to build it. It's really a quick kind of process. When you start adding content to the pages, though, you can probably upload an artifact and reflect on it in 15 minutes or so. So there's not a lot of time, if you do it, as you go along. Well, how much personal information should you include in your ePortfolio? Only as much as you feel comfortable with. You do not need to put your full name, and definitely not your address, your email, your phone number, or any other information that you do not feel comfortable with sharing. And I definitely recommend that you keep your address, your email, and your phone number outside. Especially on your resume, just have your name on it. Have a contact page, where people can contact you. If you want to choose to use photos, it's up to you. I know many of us have personal photos on Instagram, Facebook, or other social media sites. So if you do, then what is the difference about putting, a photo of yourself in action in your ePortfolio, doing what you do? Whether it's working as an artist or a teacher or whatnot. However, if you choose not to do that, it's your choice. And please remember that the purpose of your ePortfolio is to highlight your educational achievements and your future goals. So it's not like you're giving us a lot of in-depth personal information about yourself, because that's not the purpose. Privacy tips. Let's keep it real. Okay, if you're concerned with privacy, use only your first name throughout the ePortfolio. On files that you upload, make sure that you take your last name and any other identifying information, out of the files. Don't title your ePortfolio with your name. For instance, my ePortfolio would be Tammy Fraley's ePortfolio. If you have privacy issues, do not use your whole name. I'm going to use my name because I want people to be able to find my ePortfolio for employment purposes and for professional reasons. Use the contact form for viewers to contact you. Do not put your email or address or phone number out there. Also, you can only choose to only share your URL with SPCC faculty and administrators, potential employers, college admissions, scholarship teams, etc. If you still have concerns with privacy, please contact me at tfraley@spcc.edu and I'll discuss options with you. Okay, now let's get back to showing competence. What do you need to do in your ePortfolio to show competence? Okay, first of all, on the welcome page. Your welcome page needs to be visually pleasing, needs to be pretty, and you use text and design elements purposefully, and your purpose is clearly stated. In your personal introduction, the introduction provides information about who you are as an individual, a student, and a future professional. There's a mix of text, images, and videos. It includes your personal and academic background, interests, and learning style. All of this information, though, is organized based on your purpose. You're including information that shows, you as a good student and as, a future professional. Goals page, short-term goals. Okay, most of your short-term goals are clearly stated, have a set time frame, and are obtainable. Long-term goals, they are most of them are clearly stated, have a set time frame, and are obtainable. In your general education core skills artifacts, most of the artifacts and work samples meet core skill outcome statements and are related to the purpose of the ePortfolio. Goals and reflections for each core skill. Most of the goals for each core skill are clearly stated, and most reflections describe and explain how the artifacts demonstrate competence. Program artifacts. Most of the artifacts support the program outcome and contain a reflection. For the goals and reflection for each program outcome, most of the goals for each learning outcome are clearly stated, and most reflections describe and explain how artifacts demonstrate competence. So you see, as long as you're mostly providing goals for your general education, core skills, and your program outcomes, and explaining, how the artifacts demonstrate competence, you're good to go. For your additional educational requirements, most of the educational experiences provided include description and were not part of the evidence that you provided for your general education core skills or program outcomes. Your resume is a one-page resume that's in an appropriate style for your goals after leaving SPCC, whether it's for your future school or for future employment. Grammar and punctuation. Proper grammar, writing style, and correct spelling are mostly used throughout the ePortfolio, and there are a few errors. So you can have a few errors and still be fine. Creativity and multimedia. Okay, parts of the ePortfolio show creativity. Most of the layout and design is attractive and well thought out. And, audio, video, graphics, or photographs are integrated into 2 or more artifacts. So that's not a lot. And then citation of sources. Most of the content throughout the ePortfolio is appropriately cited. So anyway, those are the basic requirements. We can all do those. And I'm going to attach the rubric so you can see, the rest of the requirements too. Are there campus resources to help you with the ePortfolio? There are. We offer workshops every week on both campuses, on the LLP and the OCH campus. Workshop PDF files are available on request. All you need to do is email me for those. Weekly instructional videos are sent to your email. ePortfolio assistants are in the academic support centers on the LLP and OCH campuses. The Director of Academic Enrichment Programs is in the office daily to answer questions and to respond to your emails. And there is ePortfolio information on the SPCC website and on Active Campus Portal. ePortfolio coaching and assistance. Here are the locations on the for the Academic Support Center on the Monroe campus and for the LLP campus. and the ePortfolio at spcc.edu email if you have questions too. You can also email us there. And if you have questions or you want more information on any of the subjects that I've discussed today, please call me or email me and I'll be glad to help you. I hope that this Q&A answered some of your questions.